Something else that helped me overcome my grief journey was forgiving myself. My life was defined by grief or unresolved grief. Every choice that I made revolved around grief. And with those, the choices that I made impacted me negatively. For instance, I sought value from others. I felt like if I am not attached to someone else, I am not of any value. So it left me in a point of worthlessness, because sometimes the people you try to attach yourself don't treat you with regard sometimes. I blamed everyone for everything, and I did not have the time to look in that actually some of the things that happened were actually because of me. And I came to this point where I was focusing on looking inside to look at what have I done, or what could have caused all this. It also brought me the point of realizing it's not my fault that my father died, and it's not my fault that my dad died and left things the way he did that affected me so badly. It was not my fault that at one point I got degraded, I got mocked at, I got picked on. That it was not my fault. For the moments that I let people's influence, people's behaviors affect me, I forgave myself for that. I remember there was one point, over time I got to love to write. I was doing poetry, I was reciting poetry. It was a beautiful time in my life. There were people whom I could say I was close to at that point in my life, and I was so excited to share that, you know, I do poetry, it's something I'm passionate about, I write. And then the person laughed and mocked me and said, what the heck is that? And I was like, you mean you're these people who do like food, oh, food. It was so demeaning that I felt like I didn't have any value. And yet at that time, poetry was like everything. It was, or writing was everything that kept and held me together. So having this person say that to me, it was like a signal saying like, you are truly nothing. But then I forgave myself for allowing certain people in my life when they didn't have the right to be in my life. I forgave myself for every bad decision that I made that was leaving me with guilt and shame. I made peace with that and said, it is okay, this has already happened. And some of them, it is hard to change. They've left lifetime marks. It cannot be changed. Going forward, you can do something better for yourself. You can be a better person. Forgiving others as a way of overcoming grief. Going through grief exposes so much. It brings out so many things to light. Like in the past, I said, when, for instance, in a family, and the head of the family, that is the man, passes on, you get so many revelations. For instance, a family you did not know existed comes out from nowhere. You have to come in agreement, or you have to make terms with the new discoveries in the aftermath of everything. You get thrown out of your home, or maybe you trusted to help you walk through the grief journey or support you. They move away like nothing else happens. They turn against you. So many things happen when you lose your loved one. And this can continue on for a very long time. And these experiences build so much bitterness in you, builds betrayal from other people. But it's important that you forgive them. It is not easy. And I will tell you that this was one of the most difficult things for me. forgiving those who had hurt me. And it was not until that I took the spiritual awakening journey that forgiving came in. It was still not easy because I had to ask God for a lot of grace to see me through it. I had to pray so many times. Pray and pray and pray and never give up. I could give an instance that sometimes I would think that I had forgiven someone, and then the next time when I meet that person, I could talk with them in a joyful way, but as they turn to move and as I go my way, tears come down rolling and the pain and everything comes back fresh. You could experience this as well, but the secret is in prayer, in taking a spiritual awakening journey to be able to forgive those who broke you. It is very, very important, because when you forgive them, you too receive forgiveness. When you forgive them, your fountains or doors of blessings open up. When you forgive them, you become better, because bitterness, anger, or unforgiveness has both physical, mental, and many, many bad side effects that you need to deal with. I don't know what you have been through. I don't know. Forgiving others is the best thing that you can do for yourself. You could have been publicly rejected. You could have been humiliated. Maybe you were thrown out of home and left for dead as a child, or as even an adult, I don't know, that you had to fend for yourself. That some of these experiences that other people did to you make you live in shame. But I want to tell you, it is possible to wear your scars and live again. Because whatever happened to you, it is not your choice. Some of these things, it's not your choice. It's other people who did it on you. And you're carrying the burden that was placed on you by others. But when you let go of that burden, it's not an easy journey, but it takes a lot of prayer, walking the spiritual journey, a lot of will to overcome it. And as you overcome it, you'll see the relief. Like you, I had many reasons not to forgive, many reasons not to let go. Sometimes you could even choose to act indifferent. You're like, no, I don't care. It's okay. Let them be. Let me be. But it's important that whatever you are overcoming, whatever you're going through, look deep into you, not into others. Look into you, that as you act indifferent, does it bother you once in a while? If it bothers you, then you have to walk the journey of forgiving them. Or sometimes you could be so deeply buried in it that you're like, nah, till the grave, till the grave. No, that can't be your journey. You cannot let other people's actions define your life. And you'll be surprised that whatever those people did to you, they do not remember. It's just you who remembers it. So you can imagine how terrible that is, that you're holding on to a grudge that someone has already forgotten about. And you're still holding it, and it's destroying you.